This is the Dell S2425H, and this monitor, for the price you're paying, is probably the most impressive monitor you can get on the market right now that can do anything from being used for work, watching movies, and even gaming. This monitor actually is almost everything in one. And today we're going to be going over everything you should know about this monitor before you buy it for yourself. Now, starting first is, of course, what is the specs? Now, this is a full HD 1080p monitor that can do 100Hz and has a response time of 4 milliseconds, which honestly is pretty impressive for this type of monitor. Now, at the back, you obviously have your two HDMI ports, with one actually hidden behind a panel, which it's nice that they have that little feature to basically hide one of the cables. It makes it look a lot more neater for your setup. And if you actually look at the middle panel, and that's where you'll find your standard VESA mount, which honestly is very useful that you can actually use this on a mic arm. And it's nice that you have that versatility. And if you're not even going to be using it, you can at least have the panel there, so it looks a lot more cleaner for any setup. Now, going to the speaker system, this monitor does in fact have speakers, 2 of them, and they are 5-watt speakers. And I'm being honest, the speaker system with this monitor is pretty powerful, and I'm actually very shocked at how powerful these speakers are on this monitor. Now, something I do want to say is this monitor has so many presets and so many things you can do to customize it to more of your liking, and it's just very shocking. Now, something for the gamers out there, this monitor does in fact have AMD FreeSync, so this is definitely going to be utilized for more gaming if you do want to use it on that type of setting. But now let's get straight to what you're actually wanting to know about, and that is performance of this monitor. Now, starting out with basic use, for example, watching movies and obviously doing it for entertainment. This monitor is honestly perfect for anything in terms of watching shows or movies, and the fact that you have the built-in speakers does help it a lot. So you don't have to really invest into other speakers to use it with this type of monitor. Now, let me say, when it comes to vibrancy in terms of watching movies, it is so vibrant. You might not really see it right now on the video, but it is very vibrant in person. And there's no better way to actually show how impressive this monitor is through the camera. And something to add is that this is currently, everything is being done at 75% of brightness. So yes, this monitor can go even brighter if you're wanting to, which is insane that you have that option to do that with this type of monitor. But what about when it comes to doing work in terms of video editing, photo editing, and just your general graphic design? This monitor is very impressive, and I've actually edited on this monitor before, and it's very easy, it's very smooth, and the fact that I can see more vibrance when it comes to editing my own projects, it is very useful to help me to not only see better in terms of what my video can actually look like, in terms of what you'll be seeing in my videos, but also helps me in terms of editing photos for clients, which is probably the most amazing thing you can have with this type of monitor. Now, what if you are someone that is wanting to use this monitor mostly for, well, 3D renders and obviously and doing things like VFX? This monitor is honestly pretty useful for those scenarios as well. It works in the same way in terms of using it for video editing, and it's just very easy to use, and I think the vibrance of this monitor is underestimated in terms of a lot of things I've seen online. But what about gaming? And that's where I can actually show you what you can expect in terms of gaming, because, well, this whole video has been done currently on my Xbox Series S. Now, this is currently what the main menu on my Xbox looks like on this display, and it honestly looks so vibrant. It's actually very shocking to see how good this is actually looking on this type of monitor, and I'm saying this from a perspective of me using a 4K monitor with the Samsung M7. So this monitor is beating a lot of things already in terms of what I've seen so far with my reviews. Okay, so right now we have loaded up in Call of Duty to just try out, and this looks so actually very clean. Now, let me say, you can see that we don't have any audio at all, and that's because we didn't even turn it on yet. So if we actually push a little button at the back, you can see in the corner we have the audio, and we can put this up 1, but we'll put it up at 5%. And this is the audio experience at 5%. It's honestly really loud in terms of other monitors that are out there. And for built-in speakers, this is really impressive. And this honestly can immerse you in any title that you're playing, whether it's story games or even just doing some esports titles. And it's just very impressive from what I've seen on the market. Now that we actually have some gaming done, because I honestly got carried away because the audio is so good and the quality is actually really impressive. This is coming from a user that I'm used to a 4K monitor, which honestly, this looks a bit better than the 4K monitor. I'm shocked. I'm actually really shocked, and I'm questioning, should a 4K monitor be that bad? And honestly, I don't have an OLED display. This is basically similar displays compared to the Samsung M7, but honestly, the M7 is a 4K display. This is honestly just shocking me right now. Now, honestly, when it comes to music, I'm just going to do a normal video where you guys can actually just be the judge of it without me obviously being in the way. So I'll let you guys be the judge of what you think of the sound in terms of using it with music. Now that we are done with the audio side, let's actually talk about the different color presets that you do get with this monitor, which actually makes this monitor stand out even more, which is a shocking thing to see because, well, you do have a lot of audio presets. Now, also with the button that's behind, we can go straight to our different color presets. And we have obviously standard, movie, FPS, RTS, RPG, warm, cool, and we can do our own custom color presets, which makes this monitor really shocking in terms of what you can actually do for the price you're paying. And that actually brings us to the most important question. How much is the S2425H for you to purchase? Well, most marketplaces actually sell it for the same price, and that is $120. Or if you're a South African like me, you can get it from Amazon.co.za for a price of, well, 2,500 Rand, which is a shocker to see that this monitor is so cheap, and it's actually impressive. And I'll tell you say, if you can get two of these, whether you're going to be doing it for work or streaming or anything else out there, this monitor is probably the best monitor you can get on the market right now that is actually worth your money. But let us know in the comments below, what do you think of this monitor? Would you get this for your own setup, or would you recommend another monitor that's on the market? But I hope you guys enjoyed. So guys, if you did, be safe as always, and have a great day. Bye.